Good morning. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's about 20 to 8 in Wisconsin here. About 48 degrees. Rainy, miserable, and crappy like it's been for a while and that, but so I can give you a little update on how we're doing. We had a lot of stuff we got accomplished in the last week. I did post a few teaser pictures, but nothing much, so I suppose I'll make a halfway decent video. Try to get out and seeing some nice signs of spring and life here again at the homestead. So I started out, we finally got everything except for most of the plants anyway into our deck garden right here, and we end up with 13 towers, all seeded with mostly microgreens and that, going back and forth in that, and I think there's 156 plants it turned out to be. Moving over here, the harvest planters we had last year, we've ended up with 29 of them to fit comfortably and ways to walk in. I'm actually still trying to find another expandable trellis unit like this right here, and for some reason Menards don't have them this year, so we'll see. We also got over by the chickens over here. I did actually get the fence prop back up with a few steel rods, so, and we got some of our first signs of life coming up in that. We did finish greenhouse too. So this is the final thing. This was actually last year's greenhouse. However, the difference is we got put 6 mil plastic underneath it, and this was a real pain to do. As far as getting in here and taking care of stuff. So, yeah, it should be a little warmer because there's only one window on the other side. The door is permanently shut off, and there's only one door. This particular model is a 10 by 20, and it had 8 windows on the side, but no more, plastic only. And as you can see behind me, right up here is the caging we put on there, and yeah, literally held together by cable ties, and you got it, duct tape. So, I'm going to give you a quick view of it here inside and how it's going is, right here we got some, the white geranium started up here, she started, and a few right there, some of her cannas bulbs coming up. Over here, haven't seen too many signs of life yet. Got some cucumbers started here. And these are purple tomatillos that are growing here. And right here, these are actually the vegetable spaghetti squash from last year that the kids found a rotten one. And these are start of the wife's loofah gourds, which those are having a little issue germinating. It still might be a little too cold in the Wisconsin weather and that, even in the greenhouse, but we'll see how it goes. We got plenty more seeds to go. And over here we planted some fodder crops and that for the chickens and that. You can see starting to grow on that. And these things, I gotta show you these things because right here, why I endorse and use Everwild seed so much. These are less than a week old, and 48 out of 48 of these germinated. And these are Burgess Buttercup squash. They're basically small green pumpkins. And then over here were the sweet meat winter squash. They get up to 15 pounds. So, I mean, you really cannot complain at the germination rate, especially a week later. I mean, these look fantastic. And yesterday I got done with working. All in all, as you can see right here, we have a lot of planting to go. So we're getting there. Just only have about 2 more trays to do right here, and that's enough for now, because we're going to need some room to transplant, and we're also going to need some room for when we buy some of the plants we buy. So, yeah, I mean, again, right here, it is 10 by 20. Hopefully, I did this stuff with the cage. I did this to my shelter lodge tent up on top of the hill, and it lasted the entire winter. So I'm gonna hope this does as well, and so be it if I have to actually take it and reinforce some. Other than that, we've had a lot of other small projects going on. Some of the nice things is we found signs of life in some of the lettuce that the wife planted about a week ago. So it's nice to see her stuff coming up there. It's nice to see a lot on the lilac bushes and the trees coming back to life here. Wasn't too green last time. So we came up here. This is one thing that's amazing. Not even halfway through April. 2 weeks ago, you didn't see nothing where our chives are. And even now, got the first flower coming on there. Yeah, our apple tree seedlings are blossoming. So again, really nice to see the signs of life. That's not the permanent area either here for these. We're kind of marking territory for something. And this year the wife planted some more climbing pollinators all along the fence outside of here. So you can see how that goes. And then we did get a lot of work done in the garden. We've been extremely busy and going on different projects, so I actually have to thank a lot of this to my oldest daughter helping out. So thank you, Kira. Her and the wife doing a lot of work up here in that, planting and moving stuff around. We get some more signs of life on the lilac bush I bought her last year is coming to life, and I have 2 new transplants that I bought her, and we haven't had time to go through yet, but we did get 2 Japanese magnolia trees that we were going to plant, so that's getting on the priority list. As you can see, our peach trees are coming back to life pretty good, as well as the pears and the raspberries. And you're starting to get a lot of life on the blueberries down there. So anyway, pan around the garden and kind of show you what it looks like now compared to the last video. Really not much growing. I did seed some Swiss chard last night here, or yesterday here after work, so that bed is complete, and hopefully that can grow and get out, and we can throw something else in there too. But as you can see, we got a lot of the new soil we bought up there in the main beds. Everything's ready. I'm the 6x20 here, and the 6x20 over there and back is about the only ones left to do. We do have some stuff in the herb garden to weed out, and we did get the cages rebuilt up, fencing repaired, and you can see the garden back there is also weeded for the most part. These are getting terrible, so I think we're gonna end up getting back in here and getting the weeds out, and then we're going to be adding the soil and giving it a good rototill. These were some of the raspberry vines that we got from a friend, and I see a lot of them are coming back to life, so again, that's a good sign. And went and planted some dill and other plants, and some pak choi, a few other microgreens inside these tires the last couple days. So yeah, well, wow, there we are, the first signs of life. A lot of these do grow well in the cooler areas, so moving right along here. Oh great, a rogue tree, so I'll have to dig that bad boy out. You can see our rhubarb starting up there. And we got quite a few strawberries to thin out and weed, but a lot of the stuff came back good. Very surprising. And this is a little bit closer shot of the soil in the beds we got. And again, this is where we had a lot of our beans last year. These are just going to be basically basic pole beans inside and outside the cage. So, see if we can do that a little bit better. You know, our cherry trees, cherry trees really do love the cold weather, so they're pretty much safe in Wisconsin. In some aspects, I'm really surprised there's not a bigger amount of commerce on them, but it's just me. And this bed, all in all on these beds, what we did, we basically added about 3 inches of soil. As a matter of fact, you can see right here on the beds that were added to, the difference versus the ones we have not done yet, which is kind of okay because as you can see in the greenhouse, we do have a lot of stuff that needs to be planted yet. Stuff we haven't really gotten any because there hasn't been much in the store, and the Amish did not open the greenhouse when I was on vacation, so, which is okay. It's still an awesome time. Every time we go there, we go to the general store, talk to the people, go to a few areas in other small towns. Just have a day for just me and the wife. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we're a little bit early and that's fine. So, you can't, work non-stop and never enjoy it. We have a lot going on here. I'm trying to work because I have another vacation coming up in a couple months, and a few other things I want to do, and I'm actually trying to push myself to get it done as much as possible, so I do not have to worry about it. And wow, well. Now here is an awesome sign of life. These two beds last year, we had Daikon Radishes and one dill in the other, and this year I'm going to be putting the Chinese asparagus beans among both sides of the trellis to go up them. This is the one of them that went down last year, and honestly don't use these crappy poles, but these little cheap 3/8" rebar with a little spade seems to be holding fine. We had some real winter weather here, so the first signs right here. You look up close, that, my friends, and those are Daikon radishes. They can get up to 12 to 18 inches deep, and wow, and she's got a couple coming right there too. And I will say this, these will not take long before they start getting bigger. Some of the seeds may not germinate all the way, but they're a couple of years old, and I don't like to waste anything. But like right here again too, these are the pear trees we bought, and as you can see, the buds are coming along fine on them. I'm going to give you a little bit more close-up right here of our blueberry plants as well. You can see some nice green coming back, so... Oh boy, I'm almost afraid to come in here because we had a couple rogue plants last year too in our main garden. We had yellow pear tomatoes were right around here that were dormant. They actually sprouted after a couple of years. Yeah, right here. And again, nope, maybe got another chive plant here. We're gonna have to sit there and take and redo. And oh, those are clover, so which is a good thing. But don't be surprised. I'm not gonna be surprised if I get a few more rogue pumpkins or something in here. Because I kind of jumped the gun a little too early with the rototiller. And you got down here our grapevines are doing nice, and again, like I said before, these things really stink because you have to really train them. It's hard for one. This one right here has been fantastic. It's even starting to bud right there, and this took very well to all 3 levels of the trellis. And finally, right down here, probably gonna have some more horseradish springing up around there, and that's our other patch of rhubarb there doing fine. And it ain't much further, but I'll tell you what, you have 2 to 3 plants for a family of 5. That's actually pretty ample, especially if you catch it. If you have 6 to 10, I mean, you're borderline trading it or giving it away. So anyway, yeah, we didn't get a lot planted, we didn't get a lot organized, we got a lot of small stuff done. So we're going to probably keep going on there. Like I said, there's not too much we actually have to do right now with the crappy weather. As you can see up on the hill, we got a lot more stuff over here to deal. Here's pretty much the rest of the dirt for the garden right here. Why I bought it in bags is because A, it's better quality than the garbage around a lot of suppliers here, and B, it was cheap. So back here by the shed, what we're planning to do is possibly put a 5x5 shed right here that we got, a plastic one, and then eventually this area can be sectioned off and connected to the fence here. Got a little bit more to take down over there, but we'll get there. If the weather ever dries, we actually get a decent fire going. So today, it's a little bit rainy too, so I think I'm at a sale on drumsticks, so I think I'm going to have to fire up my smoker today. Let them go for a little bit. We also did get the lawn tractor serviced and got that taken care of. And what we decided to do here, and my soulmate did a little raking here. It was amazing how much grass actually did grow, because it's kind of a shoddy job right here by some of the landscape people that did. So we are going to, what we did, she sprinkled patches of alfalfa seed for a little extra fodder crop for the girls. We'll see how that goes. This right here, this is a work in progress too right here. Still alive in a lot of parts. Some are dead. It's actually an old mulberry tree. Finally got the trailer emptied, so we have that ready to go, and sans a little repair. And this was a little unofficial here in that, but over here, I didn't show you what the wife did to the flower beds. Jeannie does a fantastic job with this. And we took down the trees that were here just because they're starting to be an eyesore and half dead anyway. She cleaned this out, and a lot of stuff is coming back. And she had some dirt over to here, and this is where her bed is, where she's going to be planting and sprouting some of her cannas. So she did a real awesome job here. And that compared to how it was a couple weeks ago, it's not so much neglect, it's mostly weather. And then around her flagpole, and she was playing in the dirt there and even cleaned a lot out. Did a real fantastic job. There's a lot of stuff we'd like to do here as well, but it is what it is. It's not going to be for a while. We got plenty of other stuff to do yet. So, anyway, what I wanted to show you, and I'm going to have to sneak in here and hit the garage door, because I'm too lazy to go around upstairs and then down again. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about too is with prepping. And well, actually what I wanted to do too is show you a little thing I found, and they're extremely expensive, but I actually found them at Myers for about $7 each. They are called gamma lids. So I'm gonna have to try and set this up somewhere to where I can show you without falling all over. And whoa, look at that. Okay, so as far as food storage goes, I'm not talking for like canning or for I'm talking for basic staples like rice or pasta or something. They're called gamma lids, and they fit pretty much every 3, 5, or 7 gallon bucket. I would like to find some good 7 gallon buckets. These actually are called, well, these are called leak tight, but they're the same thing as gamma lids. And this is what they look like right here. Now, what's the advantage of these? I'm glad you asked. If you look closely up here, I'll try to get it up here. In this rim, there is a little gasket here, and this snaps permanently onto the bucket. So I'd say for basically, since the kind of common sense, what you're using them for food storage is like, yeah, pony up and buy some new ones. So anyway, after it is on, what's really cool is these things come like this, and there's a screw-on piece. So this is permanently on. So you basically have a screw-on lid where you're not going to have to worry about it being weather-tight and moisture-proof and critter-proof. And as you can see right here on their ring, they got a rubber gasket going around here. So it just simply screws on right there. I'll tell you what, some of the things are pretty pricey. And it's very rare. If you find 6 or 7 of these around at any given store, number one, it's a specialty product, so you're probably not going to find it at Walmart yet, or if you do, it's probably a piece of crap anyway. or any of your standard big box stores, you will find like see, our problem around here, these are so popular. I know Fleet Farm and Farm and Fleet sell them. Tractor Supply sells them. Home Depot sells them, and a couple other places. But the problem is they can go anywhere from, the cheapest we found was $6.99 at Meijer's, of all places. I wasn't even looking for them. I just happened to run down the tool items because I looked, and it's like, because they were discounting a lot of their tools, and found out why. Basically, I went to Stanley, and before it was something Tecton or something they were doing, I don't know, whatever. So I looked over and I found these for $6.99. I grabbed all 6 of them because I'm sorry. Last time I saw them, they were between $9 and $12 a piece, and you were lucky to find 1 or 2 at any of them. And I was not going to go to about 6 or 7 different counties to get a dozen of them. At 6, yeah, I can do that. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and worry about it all at once, but that, yeah. So we ended up taking care of that, and we got them, so I'm going to be looking forward to using them, and I'll give you a little bit more in depth once I get some new buckets. But right here, this is what is it? I think it's a 18 volt DC and a 7 watt solar panel. Usually, I don't know about you guys where everybody is, but in the state, and this battery is brand new, so I mean, it's a bitch. Every year when you're going on to start up the tractor or something, there's something that'll happen that takes forever. But I gotta say, this is a $39 at Harbor Freight. And I love these things because if you look the adapter, it's one of those so simple a caveman could do it with the adapter right here onto it. And this is a Thunderbolt Solar, a 7 watt and 18 volts DC panel. And when you put it in the light, a blue light will light up. And on a sunny day, this thing pounded on instantly. This thing, there was a noticeable difference after 4 minutes just cooking this up to the tractor. And I don't know where all the oh, here they are. And what you do for these is you just, again, simple, just connect it right here. And you got your jumpers right here. Now, what makes these so much, I go, yeah, it's a little pricey for it, but I'll tell you what. They make 3 different models going up for a 25 watt up to 100 watts. And and that, to me, what I would look for is to make sure I could at any given time daisy chain them together, and I will be able to get up to 300 watts at any given time on a sunny day if needed in an emergency, whether to run a well pump or whatever, or to tap in somewhere. And within 20 minutes, I took my little tester here, and it was pegging out 11.94 volts for a 12 volt battery, which is, you know, pretty much average, plus or minus a little bit, for those who know anything about that. So, needless to say, in 20 minutes it started up. No battery charger, no nothing. What's special about this solar panel too is you can actually have what is it? It comes with a 12 volt charger and a USB port. So anyway, I got 2 of these as well last time I was there, and my God, I'm actually ashamed to come in here because my work area was once a very beautiful area, and now it's a freaking mess. So, okay, so let's see what I can find. So other things with my experiments and that, I'm getting back to that in the solar power. What I wanted to do, and I'm learning as I go at this, so I want you to be perfectly clear. Don't take anything I say as gospel, because I'm sorry. No, it ain't COVID, so just get that out of your head. But no, honestly, for me, it's just learning. I know I used to do maintenance in a factory, the basics, so I know some about it. I actually have a brain, so I know how to use that too. So that can be good or bad depending on which side of the fence you're on. But anyway, so it's just like anything else. Learn and teach yourself. One thing people a lot of times say is, "Ain't nothing good on the internet." Bull crap. Okay. Problem is, people think social media is the internet, and it's not. And I'll give you an example. You can't get to the library. I'll tell you what. There's a site called archive.org or internet.archive.org. Millions and millions of books, movies, downloads. There's even a ton of Grateful Dead concerts live if you're into it there. Free of charge. And there's a lot on gardening, a lot of anything, a lot of learning. YouTube anyway, despite what anyone thinks of the owner politically, I'll tell you what. YouTube, you can learn almost anything. Car repair, you name it. And, anyway, so getting back to that in my nice little workshop, you gotta bear in mind with me for a minute. Okay, that's not it. It's a big surprise. Anyway, I had some extra ones last time we went to Harbor Freight. Because I can always use extra pieces on here, from the same solar company for $11.99, the 6-piece solar power connection kit. And I'm going to probably have to run it over here and then kind of show you what it looks like. So it's right here. And, it's not much, but I'll tell you what, it comes with another adapter I don't have. Another USB plug extender. 2 different 12-volt connectors here. And this thing right here, this is awesome because this is one huge extension cord, basically. So you can really daisy chain them together if you need. And I might actually, next time we're there, might pick up a few more of these. I currently have enough to daisy chain, let me see. There, my mess again. Yeah, up there, 5. So I'm just currently under 100 volts with what I have. So, anyway, what I did was, last time Menards had a sale, and I'm really not keen on them people anyway, but the last time they had a sale, I got some bare copper wire, 6 AWG, solid bare copper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to typically make, for those of you who don't know what it is, a bus bar is a huge frickin' bar. With this, it runs like in a factory, for example. Goes from the power station outside into 600 volts with bare wire. And when you see big machines in a factory with the big wires going up and the big plug boxes like that, it's called a bus box. And it basically, literally what it is a plug this big with 3 fuses right at 600 volts each, for your positive, negative, and ground. And when you see them plugged into that big bar up there, that's nothing more than a big extension cord. And you open it up and there's 2 screws you take off for each one, and just like a regular ground fault adapter or grounded plug, it only goes in one way. You chunk it up, and the exception is this one because a lot of them are upside down. You do clamp them down and tighten up the screws. So, in a way, it's kind of what I'm trying to make with this for DC batteries, whatever, and that to basically daisy chain some solar powers in an emergency. It's just a project I'm working on. I don't know when I'm going to get it. It's probably something for winter later and that, but I will get to it, and you'll see how it works out. one thing I can say, and and yeah, Harbor Freight gets a lot of crap for their Chinese stuff. Okay, well, number one, most places are Chinese to begin with. Okay, so we can cut the crap with that. One thing I do like, I have a six 2,000 milliamp batteries, power packs for the family for like phones, tablets, whatever. And I do all sorts of different connectors just so I can rig them up, whatever, and that, because we have about 8, 9 different types of stuff in them. And these things, again, I bought them on around Black Friday time or Christmas for $10 each at Menards. And one battery on a cloudy day took 8 hours to charge. And what happened was it fully charged this battery in a hurry, and we got that taken care of, and we used it, and that was enough to power a kid's laptop 5 times before recharging. And that's just on one 7-watt 18-volt battery. Other things I got clearance at Wally World. Yeah, I don't like doing it, but hey, I'm also pretty cheap, and this is a regular $10 battery. Yeah, I'm a sealed lead acid battery, a 6-volt for $2.50 on clearance, so I bought some of them when they were on there. So that's something I'm going to be toying with as time permits. So, I don't think of anything else I can think of I've seen that I bought. I did get a thing for a propane torch and that we were going to be doing, using around the yard and that, and a couple igniters on there, but that's something to look at. Yeah, these things are a mess. I'm getting there. We're all getting there. Wow. And wow, glory be in Wisconsin. I think we actually have a sun. Holy crap, that's blue sky. We have blue sky. There's hope. There's hope, people. So, anyway, that's about how our week's going here. Starting to get a little warm out. So again, seeing breaking the clouds shows life is good. It's also what you make it. So anyway, yeah, I thank you guys for joining me wherever you are, and drop in, leave a comment, hate mail, love mail, whatever, don't matter. Make sure it's legal or don't get caught. We we have a good life here. That's what it's about. It's about making it. It's what you have. And again, to me, I've learned a long time ago, nobody owns nothing. He does. You're stewards of what's been given you, whether it's financial blessings or situations you've ended up in, and what you do with it. And to me, with life, I could not be happier. You come outside, there's so many birds I see. I see wildlife every day on the way to work. Come home. Despite the mess. See scenery like this. Basically done what we want. We've all learned to work together. We got our surprises down here, and whoa, look at this. Yeah. Did you do that? Did you do that? We got a little surprise guest here today. Whoa. Okay. Come on. Whoa, you gotta get back down. There. That's a Chinese dish, chicken escaping with wings. So, yeah. So again, hope everybody has an awesome day. I'm look forward to probably cleaning that out a little bit, and we're gonna fire this up and get some. I got about 50 chicken drummies to put in there. See how they go. So I sincerely hope too everybody has a good Sunday. They have a good peaceful time, spend some quality family time with their family and the Lord, and they're blessed in general, as we are. So everybody have a good day.